Hello, good morning. Today we are gelling. This is my 8x10 gel prep plate. I have under here this medical paper that I bought a roll of. I don't know, I think I paid $14 and there is a lot of it. And I'm going to use it to print onto, and I like to use it for cleanup and to kind of protect my desk and any paint I get on it. I like to use that too. So lots of stuff going on, and I'm going to do a little experiment today. I've went through an encyclopedia and grabbed some pages that are fairly, high contrast, and I want to see if I can transfer those pages. I may or may not, it may or may not work. I'm going to use this folk art. I'm going to use matte black, and I don't even know if I've even opened this. Yes, I have. And I'm just going to lay some, and I'm getting started right away. So just because in the interest of time, because I get probably more people watching replay than I do the actual live video. Dang it, Bobby, come on out. You can do it. There we go. Now you don't want a super thick layer. Now I know that the satin finish works. I don't know how the matte finish is going to work. So we're going to find out right now. I think I'll use this brayer. I'm going to bray this on and rather thin. So if I have thick spots, I'll have to come through, kind of brayer off, wipe off. Nice and even. Still a little on the thick side. All right, let's see how we do. I'm going to add this one right here. I'm going to add this one right here. And then I'll take a piece of scrap paper and I'll lay it over so I can rub on it a little bit without getting black paint all over my hands. Ooh, that transferred nicely. And interesting. And that has to get dry before I can do anything more. Just kind of cleaning off my brayer here so I can use it with other colors. I'm going to use my hair dryer. I use it on low and on the warm setting. Hi, Lori. Good morning. I'm going to take a baby wipe and clean a bunch of that off. I like that it got the little words there. That was fun. Okay, so we know that the mat works to transfer. Hey, Blossom. So next I want to take, think I want to do another layer with just, I've made these, they're just cardboard. And let's do a light color. Um, choose this green. And I don't mind that there's marks in there. Not a bit. If I don't want marks, I'll use my bigger brayer. And this should lift. Yes. Okay. And then let's come in with so turquoise. I think we'll use that as our pull layer. And then I've got here some tissue paper that I got in packaging from Ranger probably. I'm just going to lay my tissue paper down on here. Now I want to dry that completely so I don't rip it. Since I did pretty thin layers, it should dry pretty quickly. Let's see how we are. Pretty cool. So the only trick with image transfer is that you need to make sure that you're using laser printed paper, and the paper inside of my encyclopedia is laser printed. I'm going to set that aside and I'm going to do another one. I'm curious about this one here. So that's one I'm going to try. And I was liking the matte, so we're going to stick with the matte. Try not to get so much this time. Fun thing about doing this in real time is you can see how long it takes for that image to transfer. It basically takes seconds. Another one of these extra sheets, just so I can rub it. Yeah, that one really didn't have a lot of contrast to it, so we didn't get a really good print out of it. We'll see what we did get. Give that a second to dry. Let's do, the color here. I think I'm gonna go with this light here. Thanks. Ooh, flower. I make those into little flowers, because why not? And I think I will use my big brayer for this, just because it's faster. I just want to see how that one picks up. I'm just going to pick it up straight. Yeah, this one will be pretty abstract. Just not enough contrast. You do want one. They're fun. Okay, pick up. It did pick up the print, but it's very, very faint. You can't really tell what it is, but it's still a cool little abstract piece. Okay, so I've been enjoying taking papers that I don't love and making little circles, and I end up with cool painted circles. And I just cut, very organic circles. Just stick them down to the plate. And then now I want to think about my color scheme here. Let's go with the bright yellow. I can find her. There she is. I'm just gonna dot it on here and brayer it out. I'm going to pick my circles off. I think I'm going to need my tweezers. Okay, now I want to dry that, and my circles are probably going to blow everywhere. Yeah, gelling. Okay, now lay my circles down again in other places. I try to get them so they're still on the gel portion, so they'll stick easier, because you'll see they'll try to lift. Let's do pink. Let's see here, where are you? I'm looking for it. This one will be fine. The monster eyes, yeah. Ooh, I might get a flower off of this one. Nope, dang it. Oh well. Oops, got way too much there. I'm gonna use my smaller brayer because I want to try and do this without lifting them, which that just happened. A little stinker. Yeah, they're lifting on me. I need to be more careful. Okay. See, and then I use these later in other projects. Did you guys see where my tweezers went? Here they are. Running out of places to put them. Hey, Christy. Okay, now let's give that a little dry, and then we'll add our final pickup layer. Ooh. And I think I want to pick this up on. I'm going to pick it up on some more of this paper right here. So I'm going to grab this aqua green. Oops, get on there. Hopefully I got enough. Oh. Okay. These will be so fun on other projects. Or, I mean, or you can just keep using them and using them and using them if you want to. I'm just kind of moving them so they don't blow around with my hairdryer. Okay. I like what it left behind. So there's that pull. I wish this was pinkier. I need a hot pink. I don't have one though. It is a pink here, but not necessarily on here. Hi, Kristen. Okay, so let's leaving that on. Let's do another textured one. You know what? I grabbed, and I got this actually from Blossom. I've got this piece of beautiful lace. Yeah. Let's do, let me see. I have this pink. I'm going to take a piece of tissue and really rub that to lift out. Really gonna have to press on that, get it lifted. This tissue's kind of a little bit weak for it, but oh, it looks cool. Oh, I had the lady in the ER was trying to draw my blood. She blew my vein out. Wasn't that thoughtful of her? You want to catch this before it dries. Hey, yep. I think that's the best I'm going to be able to get it. I gotta lay that somewhere where it could dry. And wait for that to dry. See, I can pick up something else on this or use it as it is. I can do what I want. In fact, I have an idea. Let's get this dry so we can get another layer on there and pick it up. And I'm going to use this unbleached titanium. That's for my pickup layer. Yeah, you run out of space quickly doing this. By the way. Excuse you. Um, you know what? Let's pick it up with. Pick some up with this because all of this I'll rip apart anyway. And then pick some up with this. And pick up a little bit. This dictionary side. It works out really well using lace on the coffee dye. Okay. Yeah, that's not nearly dry enough. That's what we got from that. Nah. This doesn't want to pick up at all. Okay, let's see how this one does. Probably not dry enough. Really? That lace didn't work out. I don't think it's got enough space between it. Let's just add to it here. Grab some doily pieces. All right. Let's go down with a blue. Okay. So the ones that didn't work out, I'll still use them as roll-off pieces because I use my roll-offs, friends. All right. It's the problem is I'm getting impatient and not waiting for stuff to dry. That's going to make an interesting little pattern right there. But what I think I want to do is add a second layer. With another color. You just never know what you're gonna get. Let's do this green yellow. Because why not? Ooh, look, another flower. I think I didn't quite get it thick enough on that last layer. Listen, you. Back over there. This stuff just wants to roll up. Get clean. Clean one. God knows what this is going to be. Probably a hot mess is what it's going to be. I do like the lime green too. Okay, let's dry that. Yep, I knew you guys are going to fly everywhere. Get over there. Stuck to my finger. I'm going to do a white pickup layer on this one. Hi, Paula. Thank you. Yeah, you're definitely right about the doily pieces looking cool later. It's right there. It's still a little damp. So, like, check it out. You had this, say you had this, come here, this doily piece, and you had, I don't know, a couple of these little elements on there. You could just go to town with. Okay, let's do white. Or the closest thing to white that I have. This is almost empty. Ooh. You know what I want to try too is I want to try the Dina Wakley paints. Ah, dang it, Bobby. You need a big space to be doing this in. Let's grab the tissue. Oops. Hold it up on me. I know it. It sure does want to be part of the fun. Okay, let's see what we get. Oops, try not to tear it. Of course, it's going to be torn later anyway, but I'm in here live, Mike. In here live. It's okay. There's what we got. Interesting, not my favorite. But it will be good torn into little pieces. You love it? Meh. I guess because it's light in color, and you guys know I love my bright, bold, insane colors. It is pretty though, and I'll look at it again later and really like it. So there's that. I'm going to go ahead and clean my plate off and clean all these wrinkles off. A rag. And move on to other textures. I'm not too worried about the edges. I might like them. There we go. It appeals to your eyeballs. Let's see here. So I made some of these swirly. I think I'll play with those. Let me do, what's this color? I don't want that one. Let me do this one first. And it's very similar to this one. And they're both called, this is deep magenta, and this one's called purple, although to me it doesn't look purple at all. Oops, I see a hair. That's okay. Oops, my microphone is going away from me. And main thing, you want to let it get just a little bit on the tacky side. Sangria fruit salad. It's still a little bit wet. The drier it gets, the better it lifts. See what I mean? It's lifting a little bit better on the parts that are tackier. I did make the cardboard stamps, yeah. And let's do a little bit of crazy line work too. All right, give it a dry. The swirlies weren't that easy to cut, I'll tell you. Because, I did it with my razor and, it's a thickness. You can do it with foam too. Fun foam. I just haven't gotten around to it yet. But with the thin fun foam, you can cut several layers and you can cut it with your, die cutting machine in your dies. Okay. Oops, don't let them stick to each other. Let's. I'm gonna have to move this thing because I just keep crashing into it. Let's do. Bum, ba, bum, bum, ba, bum. I have another green. It's similar, but not exactly the same. Try not to get so much this time. Dry that off a little bit. Might have gone too far here. Let's get this blue because I love this blue. Love, love, love this blue. That's going to be my pickup layer. Ah, my foot's falling asleep. Let's see if I can reposition myself here. With medical paper dries really fast. That's why I like to use it. Let's see. Well, isn't that interesting? I do like that. So that's more my color type scheme. So just imagine, if you will, you're doing collage here. And these are probably too bright, but then again, maybe not. That kind of stuff. So these I'm going to keep, and I'll just cut more. What I've been doing is I've been eliminating my 6x6 papers that I don't love by cutting them into those so I can repurpose them and use them again. Okay, now I wanted to try an experiment here. And so what I want to do is I want to start with a fairly thick white layer. Um, no, I want to start with a clear layer. Let me clean this off. I don't want these right now. These are keepable. All these little wrinkly things from the crinkly paper, but I don't want those right now. Clean off the excess here. Now I'm going to come in with some, this is some matte medium. I want to get it fairly wet with the matte medium because it's clear. I think my experiment might work. I'm going to grab my infusions. Let's do some raspberry. See, it needs to stick to something. And some navy. Some jaded. And then water. I'm getting it pretty wet. Let's get a little bit more. Let's see here. Want some more raspberry. Now I have to wait for this to dry. I'm curious. Can I make it run? I can. Oh, cool. I mean, typically I could lay something on there, but I kind of want to put a layer of paint over it. I don't know that that's going to. Oh, let's play in here a little bit. I wonder. Wonder who. if I grab this. Not really. It doesn't really do anything. Okay, Christy, take care. We'll talk later. Because it all wants to just beat up, which is fine. I mean, it's an experiment, right? And my problem is my matte medium is dry now, so it doesn't have any place to stick. Okay. I'm thinking. I mean, I could obviously just pick that whole thing up. No, I don't love that. Not at all. But it might help in drying it. That might dry pretty cool, though. I don't know that that was the best idea. But I did want to try it. Yeah, it's definitely some wine. Look at my hand. Nice. Lovely. Um, hmm, thinking, well, what would happen if this is the way that my brain goes? And I may just make a hot mess right now and live with it. I need more white. Whoa. Isn't that interesting? You know, I've never had an elderberry. I've had a huckleberry. The problem with doing it like this is waiting for it to dry. Because if I dry it with the heat tool, then these aren't going to be as organic as they are like that. I'm going to do it anyway. Not the heat tool, but my hair dryer. It's going to take forever. It's interesting that it did it along this line especially. I'm drying off this wine colored piece kind of too, because I think I want to pick up onto that. I think. I don't know for sure. Definitely a very interesting texture. Okay. Yep, I do. I do, I do, I do, I do, I do. Because if you're gonna go purple, you might as well go purple all the way. It's not my favorite, but I do like it. I don't dislike it at all. I'm just gonna reuse some regular copy paper on this one. Because the water kind of beads up on it. Okay, that's gonna need some dry time. I'm gonna just set this aside for a second and dry this right here. I'm curious what it's gonna look like dry. That's some real intense color right there. That would make a gorgeous butterfly. Oops. Oh, did you? Just now? I don't know how you managed to keep your hands off it. I guess you just kept busy. Oh, yeah, pansy petals for sure. Gorgeous, beautiful colors. Beautiful. Okay, now back to this piece. Everything wants to stick to it. That's what it's kind of look like. Eh, not a fan. It's kind of, the colors just kind of got dull. Anyway, love surprises. Okay, now let's do traditional. I'm just going to leave that purple on there. And see what other, I don't have a lot of colors. Oh yeah, I wanted to try the Dina Wakeley's. I don't know how these will work out on here. The Tim Holtz one's beat up. I don't know if these will beat up or if they'll spread out nicely. I don't know what they'll do. Yeah, it kind of beads up a little bit. Hi, Reagan. Oh, I won't get rid of anything. Hi, Pam. Good morning. This is a favorite stencil, and I don't even remember where I got it. I might have got it from Joggles. But I don't think so, because I don't think Joggles sells them with those little hangy things. Trying to lift as much out as I can. Get a lot of that great pattern. You're right. I mean, it is kind of a nice fall tone. Now I need to be patient and let that dry. And see, yeah, it does kind of feather up a little bit. You'll see when I lift it, when I do the pull, but let me pull it up close. You see how it's holding up? Because it's not as quite as heavy bodied as some of these other paints. Um, so I'm going to pull that with the green yellow because I think that'll look pretty. I don't know. I might need to pull it with a darker color. What else do I have here? I don't want red. Maybe this green. Nah. Nah. Um, another blue. How about that? Nice flower. I smash these and make little flowers out of them for my collages. So I'm going to say no to these on a very limited basis as far as gel printing goes. Okay, a little bit of hate. Joggles is a online store. They sell a lot of this kind of supplies and stencils, AALL and Create, um, Art by Marlene, Paper Artsy. So kind of a more heading towards the fine art type of store. They're based in Rhode Island. All right, let's see what we get. What we're gonna get. I like it. So just blue on blue, but you see, you didn't get a nice solid print out of that because it kind of wanted to beat up. Right? Wipe that down. I'm gonna wipe the wrinkles off. The only thing about that paper is it wrinkles up. Which I like the look of, but it's not for everything. All right, let's do some more texturing and then I'm gonna be done. Let's come in with this teal. Oops, don't want to lose my little teal flower. Try not to get it so thick this time if I can help it. And let's see what else. What else do I have here? I have some little circles. Oh wait. I just used a baby wipe to clean. And then let's grab some bubble wrap. Okay, and that needs to get dry. You know what I want to do? I want to grab a favorite stamp if I can find it easily. That doesn't always work that way. Where are you, little star? It's just a little Tim Holtz star. It's probably back in the Tim Holtz stuff. or it's supposed to be. Let's see. Should be in Rockstar. Bitty Grunge. Oh, should be in Bitty Grunge, but it's not. Rockstar. I'm looking for a star. It's nowhere. It's in nowhere land. I mean, I have some stars, but there it is. There it is. So what I want to do is I want to, it's probably not going to stick, but I want to grab some yellow ochre. I want to put this on something. I didn't bring a blank one over here. Okay. Guess I'll just put it directly on here and take a risk. Yeah, I put way too much paint down. Okay. Oops. Yep. All right, now I gotta let that dry. Ooh, a paper crimper would be great. I would love that. Pam, you're funny. Let's try this. I smell peppermint. Who's chewing gum in here? Yeah, I'm gonna have a nap after this. I've been up since 3 o'clock. Okay, and then I'm going to finish that off with Naples yellow. Maybe a little bit of that and a little bit of parchment. Okay, use regular copy paper. Boy, do I have a mess to clean up. When I decide to clean it up, I probably won't. I'll probably come back and do some more of this after I wake up. Let's give this a little heat. And then I'll recap what I did already today. This hours can slip by you doing this and you don't even realize it. And things can go flying everywhere. So, got that one. It's almost completely dry. And then did this one. And then this little bit strange one. And this brightly colored one. And this more tame one for Kristen. And that's just a weird piece that I'm sure I'll use for something. We got the swirly gigs. We got this one, which was an image transfer, but it just wasn't high enough contrast. And then this one here, which was the first one I did, which was an image transfer. I think that's everybody. Plus all the little bits and pieces, all my roll-offs that I saved. Because, you know, honestly, you tear a piece of this and, I don't know, layer it with a piece of this. And, you know, you start building. So thanks for coming and hanging out, you guys. 270, I don't know what microblocks are, but yeah, it's, I hope that you guys have a good rest of your weekend. I'll probably, oh, I love this roll-up sheet too. I don't know why, I just do. And plus I got all my little circles, which I absolutely adore these circles. They are so much fun to put into collage. So I'll sit there and grab more of my 6x6 paper that I don't love and cut it into more circles or maybe squares, who knows. I did take out some of my piano roll paper, but it is so brittle. Look how cool that would look collaged on there. So anyway, you guys, thanks for coming. Take care. See y'all around. Maybe a craft roulette tonight, maybe not. Just depends. Depends on my mood. If I feel like watching video or not. That's okay, Peggy. Take care. Don't forget to leave a thumbs up, a really painty thumbs up. Bye.